to Akihabara. This is Akihabara in the center of Tokyo. And you know it when you see it, right? This is Chuo Avenue, the main street here. The Olympics are on, and I thought I would take you around this neighborhood during the Olympic Games to give you the vibe, because I know a lot of you wanted to be here during the Olympics and can't. So I'm gonna take you with me. And joining me is Amanda, who's visiting Japan, and one of the first visitors that I've got a chance to see in a very long time, who's traveling from Miami. She's a reporter, journalist from NBC in Miami, right?
Yep, in Miami.
Yeah.
The States.
Amanda Plasencia.
Good job.
All right, I got it. Very good.
So happy to be here. Thanks, John.
You're very welcome. Welcome to Tokyo. And for the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to be walking around the city of Tokyo's Akihabara district. If you've never been here before, have you been watching this series? Because we come here all the time. I'm going to take Amanda to a couple of spots here that I think, actually, I should take you to the secret shrine.
Yes.
You want to see the secret shrine?
You gotta show me all the insights. You know the best.
All right, okay. All right, let's take you this way. And I'll take you this way to the secret shrine, and then we'll stop off and get a drink because it is so hot in the city of Tokyo. And I'm saying it now the same way that American journalists are saying it. They say Tokyo. But do you know how it's really pronounced?
Tokyo?
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah, 2 syllables.
There you go.
So here, Lester Hogan. Here we are in Tokyo. I'm like, whoa!
Oh, okay. I gotta practice. I've been trying to learn a little Japanese, so.
We all know what he's saying, though. This is really cool. So tell us a little bit about what was your experience like coming into the country, because a lot of the viewers are people that have been waiting to get into the country for a very long time, traveling here. I think your experience might be similar to what a lot of people might have to go through if tourism was open right now.
Sure. So before I even came here, we had to take 2 negative tests at home, but we had like a barcode and everything before we even arrived at the airport. And that was, I believe, 72 hours before our flight and 48 hours before our flight. And then when we actually arrived in the airport, it was a lengthy process. There was a lot of paperwork that we had to fill out beforehand. And then they tested us again at the airport. So you can't even leave the airport until you are cleared and test negative. That was like about a 3-hour process. And that's after a long 13-hour flight, basically. So it was long, but it was worth it and necessary. And then once we got into the country, because we were journalists and we were doing the Olympics, they gave us a 14-day soft quarantine where they tested us every day, and they still test us. We had to put in our health, like in our temperature, every day in the app that they gave us, a government-approved app. And there's also a contact tracing app as well, so they can monitor who we've seen. But we were very limited in the first 14 days. This is the first time I've been outside. I'm still wearing a mask and being very safe and cautious because I know it is a state of emergency. But yeah, just being very cautious, and it's a lot of testing and a rigorous process, but it's necessary because we're still in this pandemic, for sure.
Yeah. So was the quarantining hard for you?
Well, I've been to Japan twice now, so I knew what was out there. So that was the hardest part, knowing I couldn't go out. I could only go to my hotel, my workspace, approved venues, like the Olympic venues, and the IBC, which was like the International Broadcast Center. So I tried to make the best out of my freedom. We were allowed 15 minutes at the konbini right near our hotel. So I stocked up on onigiri, egg salad sandals, chicken katsu sandals, just as much as I could, and just trying to go from there. But I think it was necessary, and I'm glad they did it. It gave me more peace of mind and hope, so, you know?
Yeah, I think it's great that like, part of me, I didn't think that these games were going to go on, and when they did, I kind of gave up and said, let's just try to enjoy it the best we can. I'm happy that people are here visiting in a way. There's a part of me that's so ecstatic, and I want to be a good host to everybody, but it's hard. What were some of the things that at the convenience store that you just fell in love with? Top 3.
All right, well, I've always liked onigiri, the umebashi, the pickled plum. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Egg salad sandals, because I can't get those in the States. The Kewpie mayo is just so much better. And if I can find a good melon pan, that I really like. Yeah.
I don't know if I can help you in this area, but I can definitely recommend a few places. All right, Amanda, right here down this alley is where you'll find, this is actually a public road.
So cool.
Yeah. And at the end of it is the secret shrine. Now we can go down this public road. Oh, there's a hedgehog cafe. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
I think, all right, I don't know if the signal is going to be able to manage it. So we're gonna go down this road. If the signal doesn't hold out, I apologize, but that means I will be back. But I think it's worth just trying it out to see if 5G works through here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and random guy 321456, welcome as a new traveler. Let's go through here. Oh, this is actually a public road. It's grandfathered in.
Wow.
I know that the 5G is not going to come through here unless there's some sort of 5G receiver. This is a public road. Top secret, Amanda. Don't tell anybody about this.
Oh my God, exclusive.
Don't tell anybody.
This is cool.
We are now going to the secret shrine of Akihabara. We're now approximately 5 meters away from the opening. Watch your head.
That's important.
Here it is. Check it out.
Whoa, so cool. I gotta take a picture. Are these the Inari?
Ah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. And they did renew it a couple of years ago. It's been under renovation, but it's now finished. This tree has seen better days. It probably doesn't get a lot of sunlight.
It's hot.
Yeah, or it's just really hot. There's a hot fan blowing on it all the time from these air conditioners across the way. But this is one of the sites of Akihabara that a lot of people don't go to. That's top secret. Just people on this channel know. And a couple of the YouTubers might have featured it, but... So people would come here to pray for success. And as you can see, Akihabara is a pretty competitive place. It's nice to stop in here and pray a little bit. I'll be back. Drop 5 yen for all of you to make sure that you get through this pandemic safely. Let's get a drink here in this alley. This is sort of a retro alley where you find a lot of things from the past. See here, I think there's a Double Dragon or some kind of an arcade game right here.
Oh, cool. Figures.
Is it? Is that Double Dragon? No, this is
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah, that's
Nice.
right. Old school Street Fighter.
I used to love that game.
It's kind of
Still do, actually.
It's weird to play it right here on the street. So what do you think?
Ooh, maybe some strawberry milk. I like that a lot. Or do you have any suggestions? What do you think?
I think you can't go wrong with Ichigo milk.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see what I got here.
You know, this one doesn't take the Suica card.
Oh.
That's a little weird.
Can
Okay.
you get it? Oh, thank you.
I'll go ahead.
All right, let's see. Strawberry milk. Oh, it's cold. Refreshing.
Have you had this before?
I've had a different version, but not this type. So I am
Oh.
excited to try it. Let me get in the corner here away from John while I try it. Let's see. Hands around. That's refreshing and tasty. Oishi.
Ichigo milk is not one you're gonna find in the United States. This is only in Japan. If you could hear in the background, there's Street Fighter music to make this just a little bit more entertaining. Does anybody remember the name of the characters? What do you think? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I want to get something too, but you know what? I just want water because I'm so
I know, right?
dehydrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Now they have peach water here,
That
But-
I've never seen until here.
but the thing is they put sugar in it, so I'm not sure I want to have it. But the grapefruit juice is pretty good too. This Max coffee has more sugar than coffee, I think.
Oh, God. I like the Boss coffee, but I can't have caffeine right now.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm just gonna go with sparkling water.
Tried and
That'll-
true.
Oh no, this one has sugar in it. Whenever they put fruits in there, they get sugar.
Oh.
You know what? I'm just gonna go water then. Because there's another vending machine. If we can find something that's more interesting, then I'll stop and get it. So save it. Save it for the good stuff.
What is this? I've seen this. Is this tomato?
Oh right, yeah, tomato juice.
I've never seen that.
This is Sara Sara tomato. It's something that you can drink every day, and it has 1.8 parts of tomato. So it's like 1.8 tomatoes in there. That's kind of crazy.
Interesting.
And who wrote that? Syrian Tokyo writes in yuck. Thank you. It's pretty cool because this is not a vending machine, but you can buy figures here. So if you see it in the alley, you go into the shop and tell them the number S1, and they'll give you the figure, which is kind of cool. They do have a lot of anime and manga goods as well, and it's pretty crazy to see Tommy Lee Jones everywhere, huh? Have you seen that? He's down there.
He's like the spokesperson for Voss, right?
Yeah, he flies here a couple times a year just for to do commercials here. Is he still big in the U.S.?
I'd say not as big as he used to be, but he's still big. Like I think most people know who Tommy Lee Jones is. Yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
My husband does.
He's the boss.
Oh,
Boss coffee. Oh, the corn soup is really good too. And this one is melon ole, which is melon juice with milk.
Nice.
It's kind of. I think I had that once before. It was okay.
I'll have to try that on my way back.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. All right, let's walk down the main street. This is Chuo Avenue, everybody. Look at little teeny Coca-Cola truck across the street. One of the Olympic sponsors. Okay. So you've been to Japan before.
Yes, I was lucky enough to come here on my honeymoon about 5.5 years ago or 6 years ago. And that was before the pandemic, and we just fell in love with it. I was able to see Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hakone, like where the hot springs are, to see Mount Fuji. And it was a clear day, so I got to see Mount Fuji. And then I came back in 2019 with my best friend, and we just stayed mostly around Tokyo and Kyoto. But I love it. Since then, I've tried to teach myself Japanese. I'm very basic, so don't test me. But I love it, and I'm grateful that I'm able to come, even though it's a limited capacity as a journalist, and I'm being very safe. I'm grateful to be here because I know not many people can right now. So I'm happy to be back. Maybe I'll come back a fourth time after the pandemic.
Please do. Now, this used to be a maid cafe on the first floor with like a rabbit theme on it. And then the basement, it felt like you're going down a rabbit hole. But that went out of business. And I'm looking at the other businesses here. And if I pan up, you can see it looks like a lot of them are gone. And that's kind of a shame. These this used to have signs here of the businesses there. So I hope that Cafe Nagomi is here. Cafe Nagomi is a long time maid cafe that specializes in tsundere. Tsundere is like this bullying kind of maid. She's like your little sister, and she'll act like she's really unhappy, and if you order something, she might throw it at you and be really upset.
Oh, wow,
and then when you say you're gonna leave, she changes her tune like a 180 and starts being your best friend again, and starts crying and doing cute poses to keep you to stay. So it's like this hot cold thing. I remember going in there and filming for NHK. It freaked me out because the experience was like nothing I've ever had in my life. But people pay for that. So like, if you have a little sister, you could just ask her to do it for you if you want to, because that's what it's like. So what do you think of Akihabara if you compare it to other neighborhoods?
I think it's hustling and bustling, but it's compared to when I saw it in 2019, it's definitely quieter because there's not as many businesses open, which is kind of sad to see because they rely so much on tourism, like manga, anime. That's kind of like an export, I feel. But it's still cool to see everything. I know I love the Gachapon and the figurines and just taking in the sights and sounds.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do it because we are seeing a really bad surge here right now, and there is talk of an actual lockdown where they ask people to stay inside. Now there's no lockdown, it's a state of emergency, which is really confusing too. But since this is my neighborhood, this is what 15-minute bicycle ride for me to get here. It's not too far from home. I'm just taking a walk. We're gonna cross the street here, and I'm gonna take you to a couple other places. Hopefully the iPhone does not overheat. I'm gonna put you guys in the shadow. There you go. Have you been to the mystery box vending machine? I have. That is I call it a vending machine corner, the horror vending machine corner, and I have a live stream doing it from about 3 years ago. I was one of the first people to hit that place up because it was it's an actual art exhibition, they call it, and it's a lot of weird vending machine goods inside of there. Have you had taiyaki here?
I love taiyaki. I haven't had it yet though because I haven't been able to go outside.
There's one across the street here.
Ooh.
It's dangerous.
I love a good taiyaki.
All right, maybe we can go hit that place. We're gonna be ending with a Gachapon run. So if you stick with us to the end, we will raid the Gachapon outside of Big Camera where we started this live stream. So this is just a quick circle around Akihabara. Welcome to Mix V. Stay safe and hydrated, John. You got it. I got some water in my pocket. What were some of the places that you wanted to go to? As we see the men in blue over there. What were some of the places that you wanted to go to, but you can't because of the pandemic?
Well, I wanted my husband to come at the end of the Tokyo Games, but he can't, and we wanted to go explore Sapporo and Hokkaido up in the north because we had never seen that. Even maybe Okinawa, that was another spot we wanted to check out, but I can't. So I'm kind of stuck in Tokyo, which I love Tokyo. I'm happy to even be here. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer that I can't do as much as I really wanted to do. And no karaoke bars. Not that I really wanted to go to that, but nothing, you know.
Not even one in the room? No?
No.
Oh.
No. We gotta be safe. So yeah, but I'm happy to at least be here with John and Akihabara exploring.
All right, let's try some taiyaki. A friend of mine runs a place called Gachapon Kaikan. I usually like to give him a heads up before I film in there because I know I want to be very respectful, and I know he respects the privacy of his customers, so I don't want to film in there unless there's nobody there. So we're gonna walk past Gachapon Kaikan and see how he's doing because he's a friend of mine. Oh wow, they got Ichigo Daifuku, strawberry mochi. That's pretty crazy too.
Nice.
Yeah. But they have pretty good taiyaki here. Taiyaki is these fish in kind of a pancake batter. It's got a little mochi to it, a little springy in the mouth. Inside is either custard or red bean paste. What do you think?
Can we try one?
Yeah.
All right, this one's on me because you got the other one. What do you want to do? Custard?
Whatever you like.
Or do you want to get one for you, one for me?
Actually, halvesies might be better because.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right,
All right, let's do the custard for you.
All right, custard. Custard works for me. So Amanda's gonna order that, and I'm gonna take you in the shade here so the phone doesn't overheat. It is super hot. I came here by bicycle, and I was just melting, just like yesterday in front of the BMX venue. And I'm actually glad that I came late to the events yesterday because we saw the playback on NHK, and oh my word, there was too many people lined up on the bridge looking into the BMX venue. I'm kind of glad that I was not there, although it's a shame to miss it because I wanted to show that to you. Michael Sasana's in the house. Love Akihabara times 3,000. Here's a nice takoyaki snack before you head home. Thank you, Michael. And Nick Abbott planning a month-long visit to Japan, hopefully in December. Enjoy the food. Thank you, Nick. That looks really good. These I thought the strawberries were pink. I think they did a little bit too much Photoshop with that.
A little touch up there.
Slightly. Oh, you got it here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take a look. Taiyaki filled with custard. It's still pretty hot, so I'm gonna wait a few minutes to take a bite, and we'll have these in.
Okay, let's go. We'll eat this down in the alley. Let's give it a couple of minutes here. But the taiyaki will set you back just about $2.
Yeah.
Right now the exchange rate is pretty favorable for travel. It's 110 yen to $1 in 2021, which is why I never say like $1 equals 100 yen. It's sort of the base for understanding how much 2,000 yen is. You could say 20 bucks, but it's a little bit more favorable right now for if you're coming here to visit. You get more yen.
Yeah. You can definitely eat on the cheap too, you know.
Oh yeah. People think, I guess the image of Japan is that it's super expensive, and that's one reason why a lot of people might not come here.
Yeah. Because
of course you can go to Thailand, which is 1/5 of the price, but as a tourist in Thailand, you will pay more. You don't realize that. There's a little bit more. But I do think that you can eat cheap here in Japan too. What are some of the cheap eats that you found? Besides convenience store food, which you shouldn't be eating too much. You want to stay healthy.
I've been eating some good pickled cucumbers to be healthy and some veggies. I'm getting that in. But yeah, the konbini. I love taiyaki. Also, I think depachica, is that how you say it? The underground underneath the mall.
Oh yeah, the pachka.
Devachika. He's teaching me. There I can get a lot of cheap items too. So you can definitely eat on the cheap. It's kind of like, I feel like I compare it to New York in a way. Like you can get cheap street food. Oh, takoyaki.
Oh.
That's my favorite. Or you can go high end at a sushi place. You know, there's options for you.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Newsflash. Is that BTS? I don't.
Oh, well, I think. Yeah, it
It's
looks
like
like
boys. I didn't know BTS is now promoting
Mossburger?
Mossburger. Really? Mossburger's got that clout now.
Wow.
Are they doing all? BTS is doing everything, and I just saw that Mossburger's got some new stuff here. What?
I haven't tried them yet. That might be on my list.
They have the rice bun burgers here.
Ooh.
So Mossburger's got some pretty good stuff. And if you come on eat on the 29th, they have the all meat burger, where this is ridiculous. Where is it? If you come on the 29th, the burger is the patty, the bun is another burger.
Oh my gosh, this is
And then
insane.
the lettuce is in the middle of it or something. It's pretty crazy. Here's the one where the bun is lettuce.
Whoa.
So you get some pretty freaky stuff at Moss Burger. But if you don't create in Japan, you're seen as not a very good company. Got to be inventive here. All right, let's go down this alley and we could try the taiyaki. I think it's cooling down a little bit.
Ramen is pretty cheap too. That's another cheaper thing to eat and delicious.
That's true. You can get a bowl of ramen for as little as 380 yen, but I think you gotta cash out close to $10 to get a decent bowl in Tokyo.
Yeah.
You'll see, especially if you want gyoza, and it's hard to get a bowl of ramen without gyoza.
Yeah.
Here's a place, Hakata Ramen, which is tonkotsu broth. It's a lot thicker here. That looks really good too. But I don't know, the broth always weighs me down in the summer. That's about $6.
Yeah, I had
that.
that night yesterday. That was my first freedom meal.
All right. With the trash truck just going by, let's have a bite.
All right, let's break it in half so you can have a piece. So
All right.
taiyaki.
All right, do it, Amanda.
All right, let's see. Not as pretty as that. There we go, the custard cream.
Nice.
Alrighty. Here's your piece.
Thank you.
I'll take a bite.
Oh.
Oh my god, so good. I miss this flavor. It's the best. Oh wow.
That's pretty good.
When I came in October, they had pumpkin flavor.
Oh, wow, yeah,
was good.
kabocha.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find satsuma imo too, which is the purple sweet potatoes from Kagoshima. Man, they're so good,
Wow.
naturally sweet. Mmm. But you know,
Right now.
you can't go wrong with custard. Let's get a little away from the copyrighted music.
Oh yeah.
Amanda gave me this pin. Check it out. So are there a lot of NBC affiliates here?
Yes. There's just a lot of local stations. I'm from Miami, so there's some from Philly, Washington, Dallas, different parts of the state. And then there's obviously networks, so you know, Lester Holt and the Today Show. So it's a mix. And then there's media from all over the world that I've seen at different venues. But it's very restricted. Like the venues, even us, we're not always approved to go inside. So that's been kind of tough to like bring the stories that we want to bring. But also, you know, there has to be restrictions. It can't be a ton of people inside. The weirdness, though, is no fans. The other day I went to the women's soccer match. I could hear them yelling on the field. Like, that's never happened. I felt like I was on the field with them because there's no one there.
Wow. So you could hear what the athletes are saying on the field inside of a
Yes.
stadium. That's
There was
crazy.
crowd noise that they put, but it was very light.
Oh, they have background noise for television to make it seem like it's not so
Yeah.
crickets
But it's definitely
chirping.
weird. It's a little weird.
You could probably hear the cicada on the background, you know, chirping all around those bugs at it.
Oh, yeah. They were
If-
really loud the other day.
They're really loud. I guess if you don't have crowd noise, you're going to hear the nature around the stadiums, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think you don't hear. You know, when we're watching it on TV, we don't notice that so much. But you do being inside of the stadium.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty surreal experience, huh?
Oh, for sure. Like it's you feel like it's a game just for you in a weird way. I felt like I was watching a scrimmage, but I was like, this is an Olympic match. And afterwards we get to interview the athletes, and it's just, I don't know, it's surreal to be there, you know?
What's been the best event that you've attended?
Ooh, the women's soccer match, because I used to play soccer, I loved, just because being there and knowing all my athletes, but also gymnastics. I got to see Simone Biles and the whole team practicing the day before, and the day of the team final when like everything happened and she pulled out. I did get to see her do her vault, so that was cool just seeing, because I had never seen anything in my life. This is my first Olympics coverage, so yeah, I'd say gymnastics and soccer, women's soccer.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just at the gymnastics stadium, and this is my friend's business here. This is Gachapon Kaikan. This is sort of a dead zone. I want to come back here and film the story of Gachapon Kaikan too one of these days. I know during the pandemic, things are pretty tough. Oh, hold on. Careful. This is before the Gachapon boom. This place has been here for decades.
Wow.
So now that Gachapon are all over the place, I can just have a quick look-see to see if he's here. I want to ask him one question. How is he doing? Oh, he's not here. Yeah, he's not here today. Usually they will have all the collection of the goods here. You'll be able to find one of everything. If it's popular on TV, they'll have a version of it here.
I'm looking for Shiba Inu ones, because I have a Shiba.
These are cat fishing. Don't you think they could just swipe with their paws and put it in there? I don't know.
True.
Put it in their mouth that way. This area has the really bizarre stuff I found in the back. Look at these pen holders.
Ooh.
That's kind of pretty. That's
like
really
mini
cool.
fishing rods.
Oh, do they work?
I don't know. They probably do.
Oh, these are.
Catch a minnow.
I got one of these too. This is my first smartphone.
Oh, cool.
This one here was the first cell phone that I had in Japan. Retro cell phones.
Whoa.
Little vending machines.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Tool sets for what? I don't know. But we'll get them outside too. But I'll be back to film here because I want to get a day, like a kind of a day in the life sort of. Check it out. These are squishies, but it's bread.
That's cool.
It's awesome. Oh man.
Back with more coins.
Miniature furniture. That's really cool. They've had this looks like it, like IKEA kind of furniture here. Plastic foods, all sorts of goodies here. Recently, these miniature items for like people building their own little models have been very popular. Yeah, so I'll be back here.
Why are minis so popular here? Like mini, I love mini things, but
Yeah.
why is that?
Well, I guess people just like to collect things here in Japan, and they don't have a lot of space for the big stuff. So miniature versions of it are just fun. It's a good question. I've never gotten into the collector stuff because after about a year of living in Japan, I had a box that was just full of stuff that I will never use more than once. It was fun to get it. And also, you know, when you do a gachapon, there's a kind of joy that you get for the first, 30 seconds, where you get super excited and then you get something new that you can play with.
Yeah.
And you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's only a couple hundred yen. So you get the same kind of, happiness that you might get for a $1,000 bag, except it's a $200 bag that's the size of a thimble.
I like the element of surprise, because I like not being able to know. Sometimes you get disappointed when you don't get the one you want, but it's nice to be like, oh, get something new.
That's the gambling part of it. You keep putting in coins to get the one that you want.
You could spend some good money on them.
You could. I easily give up though. Yeah, you know what? I'm at 600 yen. Yeah, 600 yen the whole. Let it go. If you can, there are collector's boxes in the back of the Gachapon Kaikan there. So if there is something in your collection that you have a hole in, probably somebody is renting one of those boxes and they're selling their collections to people who want to get those missing items. Wow, so there's still people lining up for soba. One of the most delicious breaded pork cutlet restaurants is also in Akihabara.
Ooh.
There's so many really good hidden little cafes that I haven't shown you because I don't want to show anybody because I want to keep that for myself.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Is that another closed one? Or?
I think they do events, but probably they're closed because nobody really wants to go to the events.
Yeah.
It's a tough time. I think the state of emergency means that events can only have 5,000 people or half capacity, whichever one is smaller.
Oh.
So with the rent for places, people sometimes can't make the money back even with half of the venue full.
And like bars too, they have to close. Like what about like Golden Guy?
Yeah, that's really, I can't see how they would operate because it is so crowded. Look at that ramen, looks so good. $8.30 for something like that. Oh man. All right, it looks like we got a little bit of blur. Let's get into a zone with better signal across the street from here. So I'll take you past the Maid Cafe alley, and then we'll circle back to the Gachapon.
Right.
And then that'll be a wrap. So how does this feel? Now, I know today's not too bad, but in general, Japan's humidity is wicked. People really didn't understand how hot it gets here.
Yeah,
but you're from
my sweat.
Yeah, but you're from Miami. I'm sure Miami's much hotter, right?
I think it's about the same. It kind of reminds me of New York in the summer, like that city urban heat mixed with Miami's humidity. But no, it's hot. Like I'm from Miami and I feel hot. But you know, you see the sweat on my brow, but we live with it. I'm more used to it than some of our colleagues from like, you know, up north in Philly and all that. So I'll just drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated. That's important.
I think because you're coming from the U.S., you probably had jet lag that got you up pretty early when it was nice and cool, right?
Oh yeah, I woke up a few times at like 3 in the morning, and it would take me like 2 more hours to fall asleep. When I would first come, like when I came on my honeymoon when I had jet lag, I went to Tsukiji because it was like early, and then I would go to like get Japanese breakfast, but I couldn't go anywhere, so I just was in my hotel trying to go back to sleep. But it took me at least 4 days to get over it.
This is the one thing. I was watching the NBC nightly news just yesterday, and I saw that Lester Holt was doing the evening news, and he was telling everybody good night, everybody. But actually, what time is he doing that? It's a live broadcast, right?
Oh yeah, it's live. So it's if he's doing the evening news, it's probably in the morning,
right?
Yeah, because it's 13 hours difference.
That's probably crazy to say good night, everybody, and he just woke up.
Yeah. I usually say good evening to you or good morning from Tokyo so people understand.
Right. Right now from the East Coast, there's a 13-hour difference. We don't have daylight savings times in Japan. All right, this used to be, this used to be the ramen vending machine, but they took out the ramen cans. I don't know why, and they substituted with oden, which is
the winter?
Yeah, there's only 2 hot cans, which is kind of unique. Actually, these are all hot above here, but these are cold ones, and there's the durian juice right here.
Oh, I've had the melon juice. I like that one.
Chris Bates writes in here, Manila is sweaty. So I'm looking forward to visiting the Philippines now. Thanks for the pitch. I can hang out with a bunch of sweaty dudes. I didn't know that Monster had this many flavors too. Really? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah, interesting. I think we stick with my water. I don't see anything new. This oden is good, but I don't think it agrees with me with the summer heat.
Not in the heat right now?
No, not in the summer heat.
It was cooler, maybe.
I'll pass. I'll take a 0 on that one. Hope the signal's better, and now you have some wind. So it has been a little bit windy, but that's been a kind of a good thing because it keeps the coolness down. It keeps the heat down. But you know what? Sometimes in the summer when there's a wind, it's just like a convection oven and it's blowing hot air on your face and it's worse. So sometimes the breezes in Tokyo are not so welcome. All right, this is...
Super potato.
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
Now there's like no maids here. There's just a girl in a yukata. It's weird. So this is Super Potato, and this alley has a ton of maids usually, but right now it looks like nobody's going to maid cafes. The maids are watching the Olympic Games. right, just take a quick look at Super Potato. Now, this is a icon of Akihabara. This is a place that everybody has to make a stop in. They're doing pretty good business with mail order, like online shopping. So you don't have to come to the shop itself. Just go up the stairs and you're in a paradise. Floors filled with retro games. This is our moderator Nosha Broad's one of his favorite shops, I believe. If they had point cards, his would be full, probably. Don't know. You can give them a call right there if you wanted the numbers. On the roof, they do have some retro games that are available, but it's really hard to get access to film inside of there. But if you ask nicely and you say you'll spend some money, they might say yes. That's sometimes what it comes down to.
I spent good money there last time.
Yeah, the maids seem to be wearing yukata today. That's weird. I guess it's summer season. So you've been in Super Potato? Do you retro game?
Yes, me and my husband love playing some old school games. I really like Zelda. That's kind of one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, there's a shop on the other side that pumps that music out into the street.
Yeah, so when I can, I try to come there and get weird, like unique things that I wouldn't get somewhere else.
What are these vending machines here? Hold on a second.
Oh.
Every now and then I see something that I haven't seen before. What are these?
Stickers?
Yeah, I guess these are like stickers or trading cards. You got to put 300 yen in here, and they come out with stickers. I don't know. I haven't seen these before. I'm not really a card collector. Oh, that LCD screen is new. Other procedures for you to leave Tokyo?
Yes. So we have to take a negative test. Before we leave, the U.S. requires that we take a negative test, and it has to be like, it's at home, but they watch you take it somehow. It's virtual, but we definitely have to meet those requirements before we leave, too, to get back into the U.S. And we're still tested every day, and well, now that I'm done with the 14-day quarantine, I think it's every 2 days, but that's part of the process.
Yeah.
So before you come and when you leave, you gotta be tested.
Yeah, I just had a PCR test. Result was negative because I went outside to the opening ceremony, had the PCR test. It's pretty convenient. You can get them from vending machines.
What?
Yeah, you get your PCR test from a vending machine, you send it in, and they email you the results within 24 hours, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta show me that. We have to go to a pharmacy or like, a clinic to get our tests in the States.
Oh, right.
We don't have a vending machine. That's cool.
Of course. It's made only in... What the heck is that? Hold on a second. The Colonel is now sporting summer... He's in summer mode, apparently. Oh my gosh. David Kimura is in the house. Zelda is also my favorite. What? The Colonel's wearing a snorkeling gear. I love this. Click like if you agree that the Colonel's got right mood. Oh man, he's really cooling off. Can I get a slice of that? I don't think the watermelon's on the menu there, Colonel. Although that black hot sandwich is looking pretty good.
Whoa.
Yeah. So my friend is the inventor of one of these vending machines. I know the CEO, and he showed me what was inside of it. These. They're mistakenly been portrayed in the media as like a vending machine where you can get Nintendo and stuff like that. Actually, it's all a mystery. You don't know what you get.
Oh,
So
cool.
it'll just be a random gift, and it's all loaded with about 20 goods in there. And then when they run out, the CEO comes back with his pickup with his station wagon and fills it up again. But he does put in the good stuff, though. It's just rare to get it. They're called the King's Treasure Box.
$10?
Yeah, 1,000 yen. But they've all been he converted old book vending machines into these. So it has a pretty interesting background story. He's somebody who was renovating a lot of people that junked them, and he made them into this. And then he found spaces to put them in high traffic places, usually where there's some despair. This is what he said. I'm loosely translating. Places where there's some despair and people would like to have a little bit of hope. So he would put it there, and you put $10 and you might get something worth like $30, and it would give people some hope. So I guess he was doing a good thing. But I'm gonna
theme of right now.
yeah, I'm gonna have him on the show and kind of talk to him about about that because I thought it was genius. When you hear the background stories on a lot of things, asking the question why, it is super interesting, but not a lot of people on YouTube ask that question, like, why do they do this? Why is it like this? And I was shocked when the CEO told me about like how he came up with the ideas and what that vending machine actually was. Old book vending machines, and I saw them when I came here back 23 years ago. They were all over the place. Now they're obsolete because people don't read as many books as they used to. We're headed now back to Chuo Avenue, the main avenue through Akihabara. We're gonna wrap around to the Gachapon and call it a day because I'm melting again.
I know.
It's really hot.
I need to get a water afterwards.
We're gonna have to get a water and ice cream and anything that has ice in it. For those that don't already know, this corner shop, which was a hobby shop, is out of business. I kind of showed this in a live stream earlier. The Sega #2 building over there is still out of business. And the sandwich vending machine over here still has a lot of sandwiches. So that's all good. I've been regularly checking up on this neighborhood to make sure that, well, it's healthy and that this is gonna be the same Akihabara that you saw when you came to Japan many years ago. Through these live streams, you can kind of get an idea of what has changed a lot. Again, it's really interesting to see, in a sad way, to see empty buildings like this. But I do think that businesses will start to come back when you start to come back. Water, ice cream, or anything with ice on for two on me. Thank you, Bat Goat. Nice to see you back again. You kept me hydrated and happy the other day. We're staying on the side here to actually off of the crosswalk just to try to social distance a little bit. Yeah. Just let everybody go first. Yeah, the BMX venue yesterday, there was no spectator allowed inside, but everybody that was living in the area went there to go watch it on the bridge. And watching the playback, it was pretty shocking. And I think the Governor Koike, also saw that. And there's talk of a stricter lockdown right now in the city of Tokyo. We'll see how this plays out over the next couple of days, because the numbers are higher than I think that they had thought was going to happen, but that's all because of the Delta variant. There are some maids out and about, and they're probably really sweating it out worse than us.
They got their umbrellas at least, but it's hot.
Yeah. What do you think has been the highlight of today's Akihabara live stream?
Meeting you was cool, and following him too, just like all of you, watching all of his live streams, because I couldn't come to Japan until now, so watching you has been helpful to get the ins and outs of what's been going on. And I think that taiyaki really made me happy. Oh, the secret shrine.
The secret shrine's pretty cool.
Yeah, so seeing all the gachapon and just being out and about. This is my first time outside, so trying to be safe about it too. We've been being very safe, but yeah, pretty neat.
When you compare Tokyo right now to like places like Florida, like Miami, how is it different?
I think in Florida right now, actually, I'm worried about the case count there because the Delta variant is up. So I've been following the news while I've been here, and just seeing that it's a little concerning. And as well as here, I know like they had a high daily count in Japan. So I think it's kind of similar. I do see more people with masks here, though. I think people are more stringent about that and at least more aware of it. I do see people in Florida with masks too, but I think like after the vaccine, people kind of started taking the mask off. Now there's more requirements of having them put them back on. So it's kind of a crazy gamble right now with what's going on.
Or as the Surgeon General says, the war has changed.
Yeah.
Like when you call it a war.
Scary.
Scary. It's true. True story. David Kimura's in the house right here. David writes in, ditto on the drinks and food for you. See, I love how the community's taking care of us here.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Oh, what do you guys think I should do later on? Safely, of course.
Yeah, right in the live stream right now. We're going to hit these Gachapon right here in the corner. What do you think Amanda should do in Tokyo? Do you have any suggestions? Leave it in the comments in this live stream, and we'll check out and read some out. So give her some direction here. Not too far away is Ueno. You could just walk straight for about 15 minutes and you're in Ueno Park, which is nice. The zoo, maybe.
I've never seen Ueno Park.
Yeah, the park is really nice. There's some events going on there. There's a massive-sized Etch-a-Sketch
Interesting.
with robot arms. I saw that in the news over there, made by two British gardeners that wanted to do something. So they made some sort of rock garden with robot arms, which
Ooh,
was
I'll have
pretty
to check
cool.
that out for sure.
Yeah, I think that part of the Tokyo art festival, but yeah, Ameyoko Market's pretty cool.
Ameyoko?
Ameyoko is it's where it used to be the old black market of Tokyo.
Oh.
Ame could mean America. So
Okay.
when the GIs were here, you would be able to get chocolate and other goods. That market is still filled with street stands, takoyaki, street food.
Ooh, okay.
Definitely worth visiting, and it's within walking distance from here.
Nice.
Probably my suggestion. All right, let's get some gachapon now.
Right.
Kanda Myoji Temple, some good suggestions. The giant cat in Shinjuku right now is pretty big.
Yeah, I saw your live stream on that.
What the heck is this? This is
a watermelon?
watermelon squid? What? What?
Did I get it? I think I'm gonna try to get it.
You gonna get that?
It sounds weird. Let's try it. All right, here we go. Watermelon.
You know they come alive at night and start to wrap around your toes and then start devouring your leg, and before you know it, you wake up and
Oh, I got the yellow one. Look at that.
that looks rare.
Yeah.
I think they all look rare though.
Pretty cool. Now you gotta get one. What are you gonna get?
Yeah, I'm not getting that. That's gonna be for your husband, right? Hey, honey, I got something for you in Tokyo. What'd you get? A watermelon squid, a giant watermelon squid in miniature form. Oh, he's gonna be so happy.
They have any Shiba Inu ones? I like those.
These are cool. These are doorbell ringers. These are Japanese doorbell ringers.
In miniature form?
Yeah. Now I have this one, and I sent a couple of them. I think Irvin has one too.
Ooh.
Oh, these are old tickets as well. Check it out.
Recycle these. Cool.
You want to show us your giant squid?
All right, let's open it up
Your giant miniature squid.
with a melon on the back. Here we go.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty neat.
Really?
I'll add it to my keychain collection. See, I got these out of the Gachapon too. That's my Shiba Inu, and this is Sanrio Little Twin Stars.
Oh, so I guess we'll be able to evaluate success if you have no more space on that bag. That's how we're gonna evaluate.
I don't know. I'm dangerous here.
Evaluate success. Now, before this live stream started, I changed some money. There, we found a coin changer inside of the big camera, which makes it easy to get coins for this. Now, I think I do want to get one of these doorbells because I want to put it on my office, so Kanai has to ring the doorbell before she opens my office. But these buttons here, Suika. Do you understand? So, that's pretty good information. So, Suika is how you would call Japanese, how you call squid in Japanese. Ika.
Really? Oh,
Suika is
the chord.
Japanese for watermelon.
What?
So Ika and Suika kind of go together, so they made it a
Look at
Sui
that.
Ika, which is
That's pretty
Thanks to
neat.
the viewers out there for pointing that out.
Good
This-
insights.
These are buttons for on the train or bus for you to push, and lights up to say your next stop.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. That's 400 yen, but the doorbells are 300 yen. What is this? This is like the buttons in that Twilight Zone where they give you a button and says, if you push this button, we will give you $1 million, but somebody you
man.
don't know will die.
Oh man.
And then you push the button, it gives you $1 million, and then they give that same button to the next person with the same dilemma, but then that person who dies is you because you pushed
Too
the
much
button.
pressure.
Ooh. All right, you know what? I'm not pushing that because I creep myself out. All right, I'm gonna get the doorbell because that's pretty cool. Now these have lights on it, LED lights, so that's a step up. I know Kanai really wants another doorbell. Gachapon.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what do we got here? So they taped them here.
You want me to help you?
I think I can put it on the tripod here. Ugh.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that.
Oh, I got a retro one.
Ooh.
I want one with the Family Mart jingle. Dun 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 dun. That would be. If I pull this out, It is now activated. Listen, world, as I show you the sound of Japanese doorbells.
Is it loud? Oh, there you can hear it now.
It's loud in the women's soccer game. You'd be able to hear it because it's so loud. Anything else?
Let's see. Anything else?
Extra 20 for have a feast. Really? Make some suica salad. What did you find here?
I think I'm gonna get one of these.
Oh yeah.
Of Olympic medals.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right.
Animals with Olympic medals.
That sounds kind of fun. Ooh, I kind of want the koala, but let's see. Spending too much money on this one.
Are you gonna go again if you don't get the one you want?
No.
One and done.
What is this? It looks like it might be this hippo. Hold on, let's see.
The hippo would be pretty cool.
Yeah. They put
I
a
wonder if they
tape
have.
on it.
I wonder if they have one that's just a dejected loser that has no medal.
Oh god.
That'd be the rare one now.
You win some, you lose some, you know? Yes, it's
Oh,
a
wow.
hippo!
Whoa, you
Wait,
gotta-
its head is off! So you can connect it like that
Oh,
and you
that's
put
so
it on a
cool.
podium. That's pretty neat. Not bad. Let's see. There's his head. Oh, he got third place, so he's bronze.
Whoa. What's the deal with these octopus
is it?
love things? I don't know.
Oh, and then the medal goes right in there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Cool!
I feel the Olympic spirit with
Yeah.
animals.
With this hippo. That's pretty great. Let's find his podium too.
300. That's $3. That's not too much. Check this out. It's one of the cats here, the Hello Cats, but they're wrapped by an octopus, which makes no sense at all. I think that's kind of creepy. I'm gonna pass on that one.
I love the Gachapon. You don't know what to expect. Everything's always whimsical.
Yeah, cat squids, bugs. I'll pass on that. Glow in the dark animals, stretchy dogs.
Oh, cool.
Jellyfish, jelly lights. Yeah, jellyfish lights.
But I've spent too much money already.
Yeah, well, save it for the coins for the airport. I think you.
Yeah.
Anything left over. There's the Batmobile. Check it out. If you can't exercise at the gym, you can buy gachapons that replicate exercise.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool. Wow. So gachapon are pretty fun. There's always something new. So the things that you see now probably not going to be here when you come to Japan, but there'll be something better, I think. There's always something better or weirder.
Just love it.
All right, we better alcohol our hands here.
Oh, yes.
This is big camera.
I've noticed there's a lot of stations.
All right, stay safe. So there you have it. Any last questions for Amanda before we cut this live stream short at 1 hour? Gosh, I thought this was only going to be 30 minutes.
We had a good time, you know? Time flies when you're having fun.
It was fun.
Thank you for showing me around.
You're very welcome. I'm glad that finally I get to meet some people who come to Japan, and you're here because you're here because to cover for work. But I'm glad that you were able to make some time for us here. Do you have a YouTube channel? People have been asking about that. Do you
I
want to?
don't, but it could be in the works. But as of right now, I just have Instagram and my Twitter and Facebook. You can find me Amanda Plasencia, or I think Twitter I'm at Amanda NBC6, I believe. So, but maybe YouTube is down the line. I'm getting inspired by John, but
YouTube is where it's at. So that's Amanda AMANDA Plasencia P.
I'll spell it PLASENCIA.
You got it. I had to ask.
It's a long one.
It's a long one. Before we leave here, I want to show you just the Sobu line going by here, so you can feel a little bit of that Akihabara. There's a nice breeze going through here. It feels pretty good, although it is like being inside of an oven. But I do appreciate it. No last questions here. If you do have anything, you can always leave them in the comments below. Johnny, I think you got it right here. Are you a sushi person?
Well, normally yes, but I'm pregnant in Japan, so I can't eat sushi, so that's the hard part. But I'm eating a lot of ramen and everything else that I can, so.
Pregnant in Japan. That sounds like the title of a good channel.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you, Amanda, so much for joining us on this adventure. And thank you so much for watching as well. Click that like button if you thought that this was a lot of fun and you also want me to bring you other neighborhoods around the city of Tokyo. I will do that during the Olympics. We have less than 1 week to go. Until then, have a good day, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.